Hi guys, and welcome to our video for today, the 22nd of June 2026. So this is take 3 and let's get right into it. So we're going to look at the stocks for today on my watch list, see what is next. Obviously we're going to look at the 5-minute for some day trades for power hour, and we're going to look at the 4-hour time frame to see what we need for price to break for the enabling of holding these stocks overnight so we don't get burnt and have red trades. And we're also going to look at the daily time frame for holding these more than just overnight and for potential swing trades as well. So let's get right into it. So we're going to start here with TNON. I do actually quite like this one, but I think the market's not very good at the minute. So the reason I like this one is because it's like a W shape, and W's typically are quite bullish and break out like that, to be honest. And also, when I go to the 5-minute time frame like this and draw a falling wedge like this with loads of volume in the stock, you typically favor it breaking that resistance of 0.67 and continuing up. However, this looks like a fake out it had though, over 0.67. It did break it at 228. Usually we wait for a 2-3% push over the resistance to enter, and that did have a 2% push over the resistance. So it looked like a fake out, to be honest. So I would have been a red trade in that one if it came down 8%. Ooh, would have just stayed in, just. So yeah, I mean, no, it's just a choppy market. So, I mean, you can maybe try it again over 0.67. So if this breaks over 0.67 by a couple percent, or has a full 1-minute close over 0.67, then it should move up at least 8% from entering, generally towards 0.8 as it's top of the wedge. And structurally, top of the wedge is the first target based on a structural basis. So over 0.67, this looks good. However, day trade, swing trade, holding this overnight trade, beneath 0.55 is not good in this stock. If it goes beneath 0.55, I consider it done, to be honest. No good. Basically sentiment in the market as well. So beneath 0.55 looks a bit rubbish, to be honest, on that one. But if we get above 0.67 by power hour, then it looks good for like an 8% scalp. Generally, it should continue towards 0.8 on that one. So going on the 4-hour time frame here, guys. So a 4-hour green candle close over 0.85 would enable us to hold this overnight. I would not trade this or hold this overnight with the out of 4-hour green candle close over 0.85. So just to repeat that, I would not hold this overnight if it doesn't have a 4-hour green candle close over 0.85, just to rectify myself. So yeah, I mean, it's that simple because we've been rejected here from the 200 EMA, 200 MA, these two thick white lines. We've got a massive strong top wick here. Wicks represent indecision. Big red wick means indecision from the wick, and big red is obviously just a simple connotation of bearish, so it's indecisive and bearish in my opinion. And however, it would eradicate that sort of thesis if we were to get a 4-hour green candle close over 0.85 on this. But until then, it looks rubbish. I'm not really doing too much. I mean, if we lose 0.55 again, I think this one is done. I'm currently just rejecting from a death cross here of the 60 EMA, and you know, only strengthening the idea that we did reject from a death cross of the 200 MA around here on the 4-hour around 0.75. So I wouldn't hold this overnight until we get a 4-hour green candle close over 0.85. And that's matching for the daily time frame as well. I wouldn't hold this for a day for holding this overnight on the just looking for a swing trade, to be honest. So longer than just holding it overnight for a couple of days or a couple of weeks. I would wait for a daily green candle close over 0.85 also, and then I'd look to take profit around $1 for the next psychological resistance. So around 103 would be a good take profit, to be honest, in this one. So if a 4-hour or daily green candle close over 0.85 should see us at around $1, $1.03. Around a 15-20% first target, we'll call it, from entry. Okay. However, it's not great because you've got potential resistance here at the 200 MA and around 0.93, and which can be a hiccup for the chart. It just doesn't look good for holding it overnight or a day trade, to be honest. Holding it overnight or for a daily time frame swing trade in this. Looks best for a day trade. I would kind of ignore it on the 4-hour and the daily until we get a close above 0.85 maybe on the 4-hour if you want to scalp it and hold it overnight. But I would avoid it for a swing trade, to be honest. It doesn't look that good because there's too many resistances. 0.85, then the 200, which one's this? 200 simple moving average at 0.93, then 103, then 104 from the 200 exponential moving average. Just too many resistances. You know, most athletes, when they do a 100-meter sprint, they don't want any stupid banana peels or obstacles in the way. They want a clean run, and that's how traders like their charts. They don't want loads of resistances, like from the 200 MA, resistance here, 200 EMA, etc. You just want clean charts with clean runs, and that's all we need. So, I mean, for a day trade, it looks good over 0.67, but it's holding it overnight and swing trade, I would avoid. So next, let's go to ADTX. Doing really well today. One of the main ones for today. So wow, this one's pushing up hard, guys. So this one looks good for a power hour move right now, and maybe even holding it overnight into after hours. It looks amazing. So this one looks really good. So a push beyond. We've already broken this resistance of 0. Well, a cent at 0.0185 on this one. Again, it's such a small number. I have to hesitate when saying it. So we've broken that level there, and did we run up at least 8 to 10%? Let's measure. Ooh, just beneath 8%. So it could be. It looks like it will keep on going up. Typically, when we break a resistance, we expect it to run at least 8 to 10%. So still more money to be made in this one. The 1 minute time frame retesting support on ATMA. We're going to the 5 minute time frame. Yeah, I think we'll continue gapping up towards 0.022 on this one. Just here, the resistance, as we've just broken out the wedge, which is great, broken the 1 day resistance, and structurally, the top of the wedge is the first target. So around here, 0.022 on this one. We may come back down and wick down to the ATMA in the 5 minute around 0.0176 and 0.0175. But this one looks good for continuation. But if you want to look for a new trade in power hour, then 1 minute or 2-3% push over 0.0220 will see us run at least 8 to 10% and gradually continue towards 0.029 just here, which is kind of a big move. It's on a 30% move. So this one could be a runner in after hours or just power hour as well, because I'm thinking maybe it breaks this level in power hour, then continues in after hours. And I think that because I'm going to show you the 4 hour time frame in a second, but we need to look at the downside risk first, because that's the most important thing about trading, risk management. And if we were to lose 0.015 on this, I would consider this stock to be done for any day trade or just holding it overnight or any swing trade at all. So let's go to the 4 hour time frame on ADTX. This one looks really good. Best thing I've seen today, to be honest. So again, just bear with me, guys. It may take a while to zoom in because this stock has had many reverse splits, which does highlight the risk. It's really important you follow along to this video and apply the correct risk management when trading a stock like this. Right, so this one looks good. So again, we have the market close in 1 hour and 15 minutes, and a 4 hour criminal close over 0.022 will see us hit 0.029 on this one for around a 25% sort of move, and then following on from that will be 0.035 just over here. So mark that. So this one looks really good folding overnight if we do get that, and I think we will have a good chance of getting that, to be honest. That's why I think it could run in after hours, and maybe it just hits it before pre-market tomorrow. So it's basically going to fill that gap up to here. From 20, what is it, 30% move, is it? Let me just double check. 25-30% sort of first target. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled on this. 4 hour criminal close over 0.022 on by end of the day, end of tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time. I'll probably do it today, to be honest. So hopefully see this video in time. I'm going to the daily time frame. So that's folding it overnight. If you want to hold it over a longer period of time, and that trade's already got in the 4 hour time frame, we'll look at the daily time frame now, real quick. Or we'll try to. So again, the amount of reverse splits this has had, I mean, the price has been registered at 50,000, etc. Now worth less than 2 cents. So it dumps hard, this stock. So bear with me. We should be there in a second. This kind of just highlights the importance of risk management. Seeing all this excessive downtrend, etc., and offerings, you need, it's critical to apply correct risk management, which we have in our trading plan channel. For swing trading, day trading, and pre-market and after hours trading. So the daily time frame on this looks good. Wow, this is excellent, guys. Daily criminal close over 0.022. We'll see us continue towards the ATMA 0.035. This is going to be an after hours or multi-day runner trade. So this one could run up in after hours quite dramatically, or in be a multi-day runner, because this is a massive gap to fill. 0.022 to 0.035. So if we get a daily criminal close over 0.022, we're going to hit 0.035 at some point. So make a note of that and then apply your own trade to that, risk management, etc. Make sure you stop loss and take profit match, etc. But with that information, we should retest this ATMA. I think we will come up here at some point at 0.035. It looks really good, mainly because it's a strong bottom wick on the candle. So wicks represent indecision, and it's indecisive of staying beneath here. It wants to be up here. It's indecisive of being low in price, so it wants to stay high in price, which is a good thing. So a strong bottom wick is bullish, basically a dragonfly doji you can see, and learn about that in our week 3 seminar, candlestick types and candlestick patterns, and this one looks really bullish. This looks good, this one. I like ADTX a lot. Best thing I've seen today. Really is. And we're going to finish on DFTX. You can't really apply a swing trade to this, a day trade to this because it's so low in volume, but it's up a dramatic amount for today. We're going to look in the 4-hour time frame. So I would wait for 4-hour, for just holding this generally. A 4-hour, I think I'm going to close over 40 on this. You'll see it's continued towards 50. This is the mid cap on this, and that's around 20% sort of move. So you can put in a lot of money on this. You can use maybe small leverage as well, and risk a bit more, as it's less volatile in contrast to like ADTX. Obviously, with it being such a high difference in price. But on the 4-hour, I'm going to close over 40. Should see us hit 50 at some point, which would be a really good swing trade on this. And the daily time frame just strengthens that idea. But mainly go on the 4-hour on this one. However, though, if we were to lose 33, I'm going to put it in purple. Basically, if we're going to get stuck back in the 4-hour, so what you want to do, just add to your chart real quick, the Bollinger Bands. And if we get stuck back in the top of the Bollinger Band here, this navy line here, so basically 33, 34 sort of area, we'll call it 33.5. So if we go beneath 33.5, we're coming back down to 30. And then, if we lose 30, we keep on coming down and breaking new levels of support, which is bearish. So beneath 33.5, I'd look to quit it. But a 4-hour, we're going to close over 40 at some point this week. This one's going to be a slow mover. We'll see it continue towards 50 over the next couple of weeks. So keep your eyes on this DFTX. It looks good. I'm not sure what it does, but it looks really good. But ADTX is the best one, guys. So keep your eyes peeled on that one. So again, if you want access to our trading plans, seminars, publicized trading journals, alerts, obviously, and live trading, etc., check us out. Link in the video description and the Twitter bio. So thanks for watching, guys, and catch you all later.